Now here's the demonstration of Pocket. I'll be installing it from the Play Store on my Pixel 2 XL so we could look at it together. I will now ask the assistant to open up the Play Store and install Pocket. Install Pocket from the Play Store.
Voice search button. Tap to speak. Details for app. Pocket. Save.
There we are on the Play Store, and I will now find it install.
Downloaded 10 million install button. Install.
I tapped on the install and I'm waiting for it to finish installing. Then I'll tap on the open and we'll go from there.
Here open button. Pocket. Page. Save what really interests you. Collect articles, videos, or any online content you like. Settle in with them anytime, on any phone, tablet, or browser.
I do want to mention here in passing that Pocket is a product of Mozilla, so this is Mozilla News. If you have already signed up, however, you could just tap on Login.
Sign up.
There's Sign Up
Log in.
or Login. I'm going to tap on Login because I already have a Pocket user ID.
Log in.
Tapping on Login, we see the following.
Log in with Google.
We have Login with Google.
Log in with Firefox. Log in with Apple. Or email or username, edit box.
So you can log in with either Google, Apple, or Firefox since it's a Firefox product. I, however, am logging in using my email address, and so I'm going to tap here on the edit field.
Showing English, US, QWERTY.
Tapping on the edit field pops up an autofill for me to choose from with which
Email,
to log in.
Autofill options, worker@gmail.com, https://jetpacket.com.
That's mine, so I'll tap here.
Email or username, edit box, edit.
Tapping on that now asks me as to whether or not I want to use that saved information to log in.
Use saved password button.
I'm going to tap on that.
High voltage, you have 161 unread articles. Try listening to them, and the time will fly by.
So I am in here, and it's telling me that I have a total of 161 articles, and I could tap on listen, and it will play them one after the other. I'm going to tell it no for now.
Try listen. No thanks. My list.
I will now go ahead and show you the layout of the app. At the top left-hand corner, we have something that says My List, and basically what this says is that it's showing a list of my articles and things like that. Going from there to the right-hand corner, we have the following two or so buttons. We have
Listen button.
Listen,
Pocket Premium button.
Pocket Premium, that is if you want to be a subscriber and all of that.
More button.
And More. Let's take a look at the More.
Pop-up window. Bulk edit.
Tapping on More, we have Bulk Edit.
Refresh 2 of 5.
Refresh.
Settings 3 of 5.
Settings.
Help 4 of 5.
Help and
Listen TTS 5 of 5.
Listen TTS. In other words, if we tap on that, it will start playing, or it'll open up a mini player that we could tap on play. Let's go up though to the settings and take a quick look at the settings.
Help settings. Refresh settings. Pocket settings.
Here are the items we find in settings.
Account disabled 1 of
We've
45.
got accounts, and there's so many items in here. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you could take the time to go through this.
Edit account. Worker@Gmail. Premium 3 of 45.
Premium.
Log out. General disabled. App rotation lock. When enabled, a lock button will appear in the center of the screen. Quick save actions. When saving to Pocket from another app, briefly display actions you can take on the new item. On. Switch.
In other words, after finishing saving, you could choose to listen immediately to the article or not to listen to it.
App theme disabled 8 of 40. Theme dark 9 of 40. Switch theme automatically. Automatically switch. Match system theme. On. Reading. Disabled. 12 of 45. Justified text. Displays text and article view with justification.
And this is primarily for those who can see.
Open best view. Pocket will automatically decide the best view, article or web view, to show. On. Switch. Volume rocker scrolling. Enable scrolling with the volume buttons. Off. Switch. Not page flipping. Enable page flipping by swiping left. Auto full screen. Hide tool.
I'm just quickly going through this.
Continue reading. Display the last item I was in the middle of when I returned to Pocket. On. Switch. Checked. 18 of 45. Recommendations. Continue reading. Display the last item. Recommendations. Show me similar stories at the end of articles I've saved. On. Offline downloading. Disabled. 20 of 40. Download best view. Pocket will decide the best view. Article or always fetch article view. Unavailable when automatically downloading the best view. Off. Always fetch web view. Unavailable when automatically downloading the best view. Off. Download only on Wi-Fi. On. Mobile user agent. Download mobile versions when available. Off. Offline storage location. Internal. 26 of 40.
In other words, if you have an SD card, and this is where your SD card comes in handy, you could go choose to download those things to the SD card instead.
Set offline storage limits. 27 of 45. Clear downloaded files. 28 of 45. Syncing. Disabled. 29 of sync when app opens. On. Background syncing. Instantly. List. Disabled. Set default filter to not tagged. When you open Pocket, the not tagged filter will manage site logins. Log into sites that require an account to access content. Sharing. Disabled. 35 of 40. Log out of services. 36 of notifications. Disabled. Push notification settings. Choose which types of notifications you'd like to receive. Device notification settings. Customize notification sounds. About. Disabled. Follow at Pocket on. Follow us on legal and private version. Disabled. Pocket 7.49.
And that's the last item in the settings. I'll now go back. Below that, more options is something that we find that says sort by.
Sort. Button. 2 of 33.
And then to the left of that is search. And if we tap on the sort.
Sort. Button. Sort by. Sort by. Out of list.
Sort by.
Newest saved.
Newest.
Oldest saved. Shortest to read. Longest to read.
And that's the last one. I'm going to go back. At the bottom, we have the following.
My list.
My list, which is now our default.
Discover.
Discover.
Activity.
Activity and
Profile.
profile. Let's go to the My List. When you tap on My List.
My list. Lists. 1 of 13. And list. 13 items.
When you tap on My List, you have categories that if you tap on, that would be your default view. In other words, when you launch the app, that would be the page that you land on. So for instance, whenever I launch mine, I'm landed on the list of my articles and things like that. However, if I choose something from within these 13 items, including the following.
Archive.
Archive.
3 of favorites. 4 of highlights. 5 of shared to me. 6 of 13. Content type. 7 of 13. Articles. 8 of 13. Videos. 9 of 13. Best of. 10 of 13. Trending. 11 of 13. Tags. 12 of 13.
And
Not tagged. 13 of 13.
that's the last one. So for instance, if I go tap on something like
Videos. 9 of 13.
videos, for example, I'll show you what I mean. Let's say I tap on videos.
Videos. Out of list.
Now that I have tapped on video, I'm back to the main UI. And at the bottom of my phone, the first one on the left there is no longer saying My List. Instead, it will say videos.
Videos.
And then
Discover.
discover
Activity.
and
Profile.
profile. Let's go to the discover. This is where you can go in and choose something you want to add if you're looking for something.
Activity. Discover.
When you tap on Discover, it takes you to a page. And on this page, at the very top, we have several tabs. We have things like
Business, out of grid.
we have Business,
Career. Education. Entertainment. Food. Gaming. Health and fitness. Parenting. Personal finance. Politics. Science. Self-improvement. Sports. Technology. Travel.
and that's the last one. And as you can see, it covers just about every category out there. So it depends on what you want. You could just tap on the category that you want and see the things that are trending in that category. Let's go tap on technology, for example.
Technology. Pocket. Technology.
As I tap on technology, it loads up the things relating to technology, and I'll put my finger down. Then we have
The rise of dark web design. How sites manipulate you into clicking. TheConversation.com. 4 minutes. Cookie banners are just one example of how web designers exploit our psychology for commercial gain. 1 of 25. Enlist 25 items.
it tells you how long the article is going to take to read. And so if I tap on it, for example,
Pocket. WebView, out of list. The rise of dark web design. How sites manipulate you into clicking. WebView.
now that we've tapped on it, remember I showed you earlier that near the top, we have the listen button. So I find that listen button.
Save. Button.
There's the save,
Listen. Button.
listen,
Share.
or share. I want to tap on listen.
Listen. Button. Media control.
I tapped on listen, and it's loading the article.
The Rise of Dark Web Design. How Sites Manipulate You into Clicking. Published by Pocket on November 30th, 2nd.
Cookie banners are just one example of how web designers exploit our psychology for commercial gain. Read when you've got time to spare.
And in the middle of the
Now
page
greet you with a pop-up.
are the
This annoying
media
impediment to your
controls.
seamless
There's the
web
play in
browsing
the
is
middle.
called the
I'm going to tap
cookie
on
banner,
that stop
and it's there to
or
secure your
pause.
consent, as per
Pause. Button.
online.
I tapped on pause, and of course that becomes the play.
Play. Button.
And to the right of that,
Next. Button.
next, or
Archive. Button.
I could choose to archive it. And to the left of the play button, we have
Previous. Button.
previous,
1x.
1x. And if I want to change the speed of my reading, I could tap on that to change that. That's how you go about playing articles. I do want to mention here, however, that when you are on the web and you find an interesting article that you want to read, when you tap on the share, you could then choose Pocket to share it with. And now you have another news article reader that you could use, and that's Pocket.